Well there folks, it's another episode of Ask the Night. You know the format by now. 3 askers, 3 questions. Let's get to the questions. And also should mention, this is the second AnimeGod500 Rebirth special. How you doing, bro? His first question. If Sonic and Mario had a proper crossover game, in closed brackets, that isn't tied to the Olympics, what kind of storyline do you think it should have? That is a very, very interesting question. There's one of 2 possibilities I would like to see, one of which having a Sonic Generations styled video game where you would see Sonic and Mario go through different levels and zones of their respective games. So like for example, the first level is the very first level of Super Mario Bros. 1, where Mario does it, then Sonic does it, and then we go over to Emerald Hill, Mario goes through that, and Sonic goes through that, and just see the different variations of how they would actually get through each zone. The other one I would like to see is Sonic and Mario Kart, purely because I think it'd be fun. Or have Sonic and Mario All-Stars Racing, or Sonic and Mario Kart, you know, whichever preference you prefer. Excuse me, I'll try that again. Whichever preference you prefer, those are the 2 crossover style games I would like to see. And to be honest, the fans have been crying out for this for some time, so that's something I would like to see. Question 2. Are there any places in Scotland you would like to visit? Glasgow, Edinburgh, excuse me, pardon my language. I'd like to go, visit Loch Ness because it's one of those places you have to tick off your list to say that you actually been there. I think Loch Ness purely because no one has ever seen Nessie the Beastie, or as some people have been known to call it back in the day. I know they referred to that on an episode of Stingray where they were actually sent in to find the Loch Ness Monster, which was actually a good episode. Yeah, probably that place in particular. Question 3. Something a little bit more old school related. Which cartoons from the 80s and or 90s do you think deserve reboots? That is an extremely good question. Number 1, Darkwing Duck from the early 90s, because, if you could get, I'm gonna be pressed to remember Gosling's voice actress name. I know that she did the voiceover role of Bunny from Sonic Satam, but if you could get her, the voiceover for Launchpad, if the guy's still around, and get back Jim Cummings as Darkwing Duck, just to have the gang back together, but just do it something slightly updated, but not losing the emphasis and that aura that the original animated series had from the early 90s. I would like to see that be done. Captain Planet, purely just to see what they could do with a series like that today. Jason the Weird Warriors, I'd love to see that redone for a new age because it had such a good concept where the idea of these villainous alien plants actually turn into these really menacing sort of half-tank, half-car type of vehicles, and you get Jace who's actually searching for his father to be able to unite this element that could actually end this war that's going on throughout the galaxy. Those are probably the series I would actually like to see a reboot being given. I know Inspector Gadget is being given one. That would be one of the series I'd like to see how that does. It's just a shame that it won't be with Don Adams because he was the voice of Gadget. I know Maurice LaMarche does, something that's really, really close to what Don did, but it's in a similar vein to when you think of the voice of Garfield. The first name that comes into your head is Lorenzo Music, and now Lorenzo sadly left this world in 2001. But when you look at the old school Garfield animated series and the movies that they did from the early 80s, like Garfield Comes to Town, or Garfield Thanksgiving, or Garfield and Friends, he just had the perfect voice. Frank Welker's good, I mean, because he's Frank Welker. You know, the guy is a legend in the voice acting community, and he does it, his own version of Garfield, extremely well, but he's not Lorenzo Music. You know, I'm not saying that as a knock on Frank Welker, because the guy deserves all the credit he gets for everything he does in voice acting, but Lorenzo is just like, he was irreplaceable as Garfield. It's in a similar vein. You know, Peter Cullen will always be the voice of Optimus Prime, with Gary Chalk following a very, very close second. But yeah, those are the reboots I'd like to have done, and you know how this works by now. You send a question over to the social media links in the outro, comment section below, or send it to the forum, and I will see you once again next time. Ask again!